Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Legita Nurmelania. My study number is 21111077. I'm from English Literature batch 21. Today I will present about the Elizabethan Age, Elizabeth, Queen I, and William Shakespeare. The first about the Elizabethan Age. Elizabethan Age is the time period associated with the reign of the Queen Elizabeth I, and is often considered to be a golden age in English history. It was an age considered to be height of the English Renaissance, and saw the full flowering of English literature and English poetry. In Elizabethan theatre, William Shakespeare among others, and William composed and take place in a variety of settings that broke away from England's past style of plays. It was an age of expansion and exploration abroad, while at home the Protestant Reformation was established and successfully divided against the Catholic powers of the continent. The Elizabethan Age feels so lively because of the contrast with the periods before and after. It was a brief period of largely interrupted between the English Reformation and Catholic, and the battles between Parliament and the monarchy that would engulf the 17th century. The Protestant-Catholic debate was settled for a time by the Elizabethan religious settlement, and Parliament was still not strong enough to challenge royal absolution. And the next about the Elizabeth Queen I, 7 September 1533,000 until 24 March 1603,000. Was Queen of England and Ireland from 17 November 1558,000 until her death in 1603,000, sometimes referred to as the Virgin Queen. Elizabeth was the last of the 5 monarchs of the House of Tudor. Elizabeth was the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, his second wife, who was executed when Elizabeth was years old, and married to Henry was annulled, and Elizabeth was declared illegitimate. Her half-brother Edward VI ruled until his death in 1553,000, bequeathing the crown to Lady Jane Grey and ignoring the claims of his two half-sisters, the Roman Catholic Mary and the younger Elizabeth. In spite of statute law to the contrary, Edward's will was set aside and Mary became queen. Deposing Lady Jane Grey during Mary's reign, Elizabeth was imprisoned for nearly a year on suspicion of supporting rebels. Upon her half-sister death in 1558,000, Elizabeth's success to the throne and set out to rule by good counts. She depended heavily on a group of trusted advisors aided by William Cecil, who much later she created once Baron Burghley. One of her first actions as queen was the establishment of an English Protestant church, of which she became the supreme governor. This Elizabethan religious settlement was to evolve into the Church of England. It was expected that Anne, however, despite numerous eventually success by her first cousin, twice removed James VI of Scotland. This laid the foundations for the Kingdom of Great Britain. She had earlier been reluctantly responsible for the imprisonment and execution of James' mother Mary, Queen of Scots. In government, Elizabeth was more moderate than her father and half-siblings had been. One of her mottos was "Video et Taceo." She was a relatively tolerant and avoided systematic persecution. After Pope declared her illegitimate in 1570 and released her subject from obedience to her, several conspirators threatened her life, all of which were defeated with the help of her minister's secret service. Run by Francis Walsingham, Elizabeth was cautioned in Warwick against maneuvering between the major powers of France and Spain. She also, however, hurriedly subverted a number of ineffective, poorly researched military campaigns in the Netherlands, France, and Ireland. By the mid-1580s, England could no longer avoid war with Spain. As she grew older, Elizabeth became celebrated for her virginity, a cult of personality grew around her which was celebrated in the portraits, pageants, and literature of the day. Elizabeth's reign became known as the Elizabethan era. The period is famous for the flourishing of the English drama, it by playwrights such as William Shakespeare and Christopher Marlowe, and for the prowess of English literature adventurers such as Francis Drake and Walter Raleigh. Some historians depict Elizabeth as a short-tempered, sometimes indecisive rose who enjoyed more than her fair share of the luck. Towards the end of her reign, a series of economic and military problems weakened her popularity. However, Elizabeth is acknowledged as a charismatic performer, Gloriana, and the good survivor, good Queen's Bath, in an era where government was ramshackle and limited, and when monarchs in the neighboring countries faced internal problems that jeopardized their thrones. After the short reigns on the throne provide a welcome stability of the kingdom and help for a sense of national identity. And next about the William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is widely regarded as the one of the greatest writers in the English language. He was born on or around 23 April 1564 in Stamford-upon-Avon, the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a prosperous Glover and local dignitary, and Mary Arden, the daughter of a wealthy farmer. There are no records of William's education, but he probably went to King's New School, a reputable Stratford grammar school where he would have learned Latin, Greek, theology, and rhetoric, and may have had a Catholic upbringing. He may also have been placed by the traveling theatre groups touring Stratford in the 1560s and 16th. And at 18, William married Anne Hathaway, and the couple had 3 children over the next few years. I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you for attention and thank you time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.